Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. It is awesome to be back. And guess what? I walked up the stairs with no problems today. Hey, look at that. I'm here.
He's breathing, he's talking, he's cooking. It's so amazing.
Yeah, yesterday I deep fat fried some, what do you call that? Sprouted corn tortillas into chips, and then we had chips and salsa last night. It was awesome to be able to finally have something that was not just healthy, but that is good for the Gerson diet. Gerson diet.
That's awesome. Surprise, everyone. I texted a huge group of people, and I was letting them know that I had some special guests today, but basically I'm the guest. They're back on their show. Here we go, getting candy.
Wacky Wednesday, hey!
Diane, it's really nice to be with you here tonight. And we may have a guest that might be popping on. However, in a recent will you be joining us tonight text that Diane sent out, there was no response. So we're not, they may or may not. It just depends. But if okay. Not, you got us.
That's okay. Oh, so what do we want to talk about today? What is on our minds?
Oh, you don't want to ask me that question.
What's, we have learned so much through this.
We really have.
Mm-hmm. Not just how to help our physical body, but our spiritual and emotional bodies as well. Because we went through so much. A lot of fear, a lot of anxiety as we were going through it, especially those nights where...
The dark nights of the soul.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I almost died twice.
Mm-hmm.
This last hospital visit, we had to call 911 again because I couldn't breathe. I just could not breathe. I was surprised that I was even able to get enough breath to be able to scream for help for Candy here to come downstairs and help me while I was going through that.
The attack.
What do you call that? Air hunger attack.
Hunger, yeah. It took, 17 minutes for the ambulance to get there, which is absolutely ridiculous when it comes to life and death like that.
There was no ambulances in Vancouver at all. None. They were all in Ridgefield because of a fire, right?
Yeah.
So there was
that blows my mind that they would deploy all of their assets at one time and leave their home base unprotected. That just blows my mind.
Well, they got there, but it was nice to have not just Candy there to hold me while with the support, but also the dispatcher on the phone stayed on the phone until they got there.
Wow.
And was, doing their absolute best to calm me down and to help me to breathe. She just kept on reminding me, slow down your breath, breathe. It's okay to breathe.
And after 10 minutes, I'm like, I could have taken them to the hospital faster than they're getting here. Had they let me know how far away they were, I could have made a different plan, but they did not. I thought that was crazy as well.
Yeah.
They knew, because when you dispatch and someone calls it in and says, hey, I'm here, but I will head out there, they knew. That kind of communication happens all the time.
Well, lack of communication. Wow.
With us, they did not tell us that. Yeah.
Those are all good things that we need to know. How long before you get there? They're coming as fast as they can. That's not the answer.
Uh-huh. Right? Seriously. Because the hospital is just, 8 minutes down the road?
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That was 8 times 2. that we stayed on the phone waiting for them when I could have had him there already.
Yep. But when he does come in an ambulance, he's priority.
Yeah, they actually basically admitted me into the hospital ASAP.
Yeah. So there's that thing, when, like I have both of my parents living here, you have to take a lot of those things into consideration. So do I call 911 and have them priority? Like when I took my mom in and we didn't know she was having a heart attack. She didn't know she was having a heart attack, but we sat in the waiting room for like 45 minutes. But one of the nurses, these nurses, I'm telling you what, they save these doctors' asses day in and day out. She's like, I think you're having a heart attack. Why don't we get you back here? We're going to do some, they did a scan or something on her. And this was a year ago.
Wow.
So, yeah. And they're like, yeah, we think you're having a heart attack. And my mom's like, I am? I thought they were supposed to hurt. Her pinky finger,
I love your mom.
Finger hurt. I know. Her pinky finger. Well, does anything hurt? My mom was going off about her pinky finger hurting. I guess women have heart attacks completely differently than men do. Mm-hmm. The left arm, that whole thing. She had a pinky finger that was really feeling like somebody was sticking a needle in it. Wow. And that's it. No shortness of breath, nothing.
Wow.
I was listening to Barbara O'Neill, and she was saying that a small amount of cayenne pepper underneath the tongue will stop a heart attack.
Well, I like that idea.
Cayenne pepper also helps to stop bleeding, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's another thing, too. The stomach acid that we have is really important. It's not just important for our stomach, but it's important for the health of our whole digestive system. And a kid had some bleeding Kaposi's in his stomach, and that's why he needed a blood transfusion. He was losing too much blood, and so they sent him home with this medication that would diminish his stomach acid. And I said, how is that healthy? The stomach has to have acid. It protects it. And so I started giving him cayenne pepper with the shots of juicing, and he stopped bleeding. How about that?
Yeah.
It's really amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's really amazing what we're finding out with all of these herbs and everything that is, happening in our experience of what we can be doing. I was also watching a TikTok where they said that pure sea salt, pure salt, helps to also make stomach acid. So if
I didn't know that.
If you're low on stomach acid and you need more stomach acid, start taking more salt. That's why they say put salt in your water whenever you drink it, because it helps to create more stomach acid for the digestive system, for being able to heal the gut.
Now, what kind of salt did I put in that big jar? What's that called? Oh,
kosher?
No.
No.
Celtic. Did you just say that?
No. He said kosher, and I said no.
Yeah.
Well, thank you anyways, because I know I heard it from your mind.
The sea
Celtic
salt, yeah.
sea salt has 82 of the 90-something minerals, or 88 of the 90-something minerals that we need in our body. So I've started using that, and that's my preference right now, is the Celtic, I don't know if it's sea salt or not, but Celtic salt.
Yeah. The Celtic sea salt. And it looks pretty.
Celtic sea salt has those minerals, but then you also have the Himalayan pink sea salt, which has the other minerals that are missing from the Celtic.
And wouldn't it be interesting? You said 88 essential minerals, and the 88 is the divine creator, the God number.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
That's an important saying.
Yes. Just tossing a frisbee out there.
Oh, go ahead.
No, just
Oh, what I was going to say is ever since being on this Gerson diet, the connection between my guides and me have become stronger. The connection between life and myself has become stronger. My thoughts are becoming more clear. I'm not eating meat anymore. I've completely cut out meat, and that has helped the stabilization of the Kaposi sarcoma within my body. So that's starting to heal. As you guys can see, it's starting to disappear. You guys remember how dark it was? Well, this was still dark, but they're starting to get lighter. And
this one has really shrunk. That was huge.
It was huge.
Yeah.
They were huge. And
so we assume, I think it's a proper assumption, that if it's happening on your head, it's happening all throughout his body. That's an indication, like a thermometer.
Yeah. And what's kind of funny is that when I was eating meat, I was on oxygen more. But now that I have completely eliminated it from my diet, I'm starting to get off the oxygen. So yesterday, was it? No, Father's Day, Sunday. On Sunday, I was able to stay off the oxygen for about 7.5 hours. That was awesome. Yeah.
You're not on the oxygen now either. You have it with you though, right?
I have it with me just in case I need it, but right now I don't feel I need it.
Do you have your oxygen meter as well?
No, it's downstairs.
Do you want me to go get that?
No, it's okay.
All right. We should have had that here. I didn't think about it. So you can keep an eye on it.
It's okay. I could feel when I need it or not.
So I'm feeling the same way that Kit is about eating no meat and noticing the difference in my connection to
Higher source?
Yeah, the spiritual realm. Yeah. It was huge. And then in the very beginning of this shift, Kid said, "Hey, Mom, I want something with more substance. So would you make me a vegetable soup, vegetable beef soup?" And I used grass-fed, grass-finished beef.
And we thought that was going to be okay.
But yeah, we could feel the difference in how it strangled, right? Or what would you say? Put a damper on our connection that we were feeling, and it took quite a few days to move through that, didn't it?
Yeah, it felt like that my stomach didn't want to process the meat. It was just full all night long. Just it wouldn't process it.
Yeah, you were telling me that. Oh, thank you.
Hey, you two. So our guest just called me and she said that she didn't get our link for the live right now, and she didn't get any of my texts or any of my voicemails. So I'm trying to copy and paste one of your links and send it to her.
Okay. So how will she get it if she's not been getting any of them?
I'm emailing it. I never had her email.
Oh, she gave her email? Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing right now. That's the phone call I just took. So I'm trying to find one of your links.
Oh, you need the Zoom link?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Sent to the AYA one. Email would be great.
I got it. I got it.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Because I don't have the email.
Scramble.
I'll just let Candy handle that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. Don't you keep talking about what you were talking about, because that was very interesting, and I do apologize. I just kind of got a little.
Oh no, it's all good.
Okay,
so
sent.
that's one reason why that we decided to go straight onto this Gerson diet. But what's funny is that while we were on this, at first, while we were on this Gerson diet, it's like, only salads? What? That's so sad. Just, leafy greens and vegetables. That's all you can do. Don't cook it. Don't do this. Don't steam it. Don't do that. It's like, but then we were talking with Maria Bernardis, which we want to get back onto the show again. She was like, yeah, you can grill it, you can steam it, you can do this, you can do that, you can eat these, you can eat this, you can eat it like this. So we had spaghetti last night. It was so amazing.
Yeah.
And we're going to try making, what do you call that? Stuffed green peppers.
With using
Folio, right?
folio, yeah. The folio grain.
I haven't gotten it.
So that's going to be awesome. We didn't know that we could do many things with this type of diet. We just thought it was just going to be leafy greens and vegetables. But she was like, as long as you cook half of it, and then put half of the fresh in there under the hot stuff, it basically just heats it up, and then you have your salad and your food. It's like, oh. And it tasted amazing.
I haven't gotten the email yet.
Can you guys hit the thumbs up and share? You haven't gotten my email?
Did you send it to the AYA one?
Yeah, babe. Let me check.
Oops.
Just a little last minute housekeeping, folks.
Let's see, sent. Yeah. Last two numbers
Just send
is
it to her
11.
text message, and then she
Yeah.
can just copy and paste.
Okay, so I'll send it to your text, and then
Okay.
you can copy and paste it into an email to her.
Oh. Oh.
Does that sound okay?
Yep.
Hi,
Okay, there you
Barb. Hi, Fifi Jules. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Ronnie.
Remember to long press.
Hi,
Yep.
family.
Okay.
Got that.
It is amazing to finally be back live with you guys. And it's amazing to be able to actually to walk up the stairs with no problems too. So a lot of things have been changing within our experience, and it's just amazing.
Okay, I sent it to her. And she'll be coming on. She's very interesting. Her products are very interesting. So hopefully Heather is able to come on, Heather Holmes, and we can ask her about some of her products, because I know you two have been, you had your hands full, and I'm the one that had the conversation with her, but oh my God, you're gonna have so much fun with her.
That's amazing, because I would really like to know if this is a product that is good for the Gerson diet. Like, what type of ingredients do they use? Do they use
You
like
know.
any type of like protein or anything like that? Would be great.
No, it's all probiotics that make it through your digestive tract and get into your intestines. And then there's this one.
You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah,
Wait, what's that one? Show me.
it's for it's for your heart.
Okay, right.
Yeah. And then there's this one this is really powerful. I need to ask her about this actually. And they're little sachets of liquid. And I could feel it working, and it's interesting. Let's just hope she gets up here. Let me see. People were just doing it by the seat of our pants. Thank God I have these two helping me, because I am not the tech wizard.
Do you If she's not getting your email, you can send me her email and I can send it to her.
Okie doke.
Well, if you guys have noticed that a lot of the technology this past couple of weeks has just been really diminishing.
Yes.
Like a
it's
lot of
been
us aren't
very
getting text
stingy.
messages, calls, emails. Like a lot of it has just been, going
Okay.
haywire.
Yeah, and I heard that the internet and stuff was going down all across the state of Alaska. I heard that this morning, and that is a huge ass state. So it's not like you could just go out there and I'm hoping you could just go out there and fix it. And here is Miss Heather.
Hi.
Hi,
Hi.
Heather.
I'm so glad
It's
you
nice
made
to meet all of you.
Whoops.
Hi,
I'm sorry the
gorgeous.
video looks so weird. I'm wondering if I turn on another light here. Let's just see if I can get it to.
Awesome.
Here, let me try turning it up. I've been trying to get the light on here in my camper. Is that better or worse?
Awesome. No, it's good.
It's good? Okay.
Do we
Okay,
have any,
so there we go.
Okay, what the hell
What
is
just
going
happened?
on with that?
hang on a second.
It's fun. We're all like trying to get this together and so it's a little kooky. The
There we
lighting is
go.
so weird. I'm wondering if I can here, let's
There
see
you
if
go.
I
That's weird.
okay.
What's going
I just
on?
feel like-
Andy?
Well, he's trying. He needs to move our names around so he can put Heather's name up there.
I see Heather's name.
You see it on her Zoom, but not on.
Here, I'm gonna stop the video for a minute because I wanna try
What
to
the-
get
This
Here, let's see if
is
I
so
can-
weird. What the?
I'm gonna try an overhead light and see
Oh, okay.
if
That's why.
if
it's
that-
done.
let's see.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah, that's
Now
better.
let me turn this one off.
He's just trying to do some tech
Maybe it'll
stuff on
move
the
it
other
at the
end.
side.
It's all about
No,
balancing
it's
the light,
yes. There we go.
right?
Good job.
There we go. Because you have to balance it all over, and
Yeah,
And there were
mine's
so-
off a
it's
little.
good to. Yeah,
So-
I see. You've got the stuff on the side over there, Diane. Cool.
Yes. Yes. Oh my gosh, I got questions, and I'm telling you some of these products I absolutely love. But first, you and I had a conversation. Let me introduce you to Kid and Candy. They are the ones that have this lovely channel, High Vibes Up, that we're meeting on.
Totally cool name too.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you.
It's nice to meet you both and see Diane in person too, since I've spoken to her. So,
It's
where are
wonderful to
you?
meet you.
Where are you all?
Vancouver, Washington.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm in Southern California.
I've been there before. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So, they're, they and probably most of the listeners are unfamiliar with your product, and so maybe you might want to go through it, mildly. But
Yeah.
I got me and my parents on both of these.
Yay.
Yeah, I know, and they're in their 80s. But I'm telling you, I am hoarding both of these for myself. The protective skin spray, we all know
Yeah.
I'm a former master esthetician. I am loving this. Oh my God. And there's a wash also take in the shower. It's incredible. And this mouthwash. Okay. So this is like those probiotics for your mouth that get your mouth back into the microbiome that it's supposed to be, that will keep your throat in the microbiome, your stomach, your intestines, but you've got to fix it here first. I'm going to let you
Yeah.
hit the floor.
Well, you're doing such a good job. I should just let you keep going.
That's all I know. That's all I know. You know what I know.
No, the mouthwash is so important because the mouth is the gateway to your brain and your gut health. So a lot of people don't even know that. And quite frankly, truth be told, before I started this company, I did not use mouthwash because I hated the way they tasted. and that taste lingered, especially Listerine, and I was, I just didn't like it at all. And whatever I'd eat and what, and it's the same thing when you like clean with something like Dawn or whatever, it remains on the dish, and you try to clean your fruit with it, and you get that taste in your mouth, and that's not really good for you anyway. So, you start thinking about all these things, right? That residue that hangs out, even the body wash that sorry, my dog's going a little kooky right now. She wants to join in. The body wash, like when you think of how you wash your body, and the fact that you might as well just like put water on it, because the soap just cleans surface dirt and grime, and you're really not getting down to that microscopic level where all of your skin issues can take place, or where you really want to clean. And so I maybe to give reference, since people don't really know what we're talking about right now, I'll give you a little bit of background, and maybe that would be easier. So I had a career in medical devices, and I work with hospitals, and 7 of those years I worked in infection control, sterilization. So I've worked with the heart, I've worked with all the arteries and veins, and so I have a very intimate knowledge of how the body works, and then because of the sterilization, how bacteria works. So it is natural that I ended up starting my company and then another company to kind of meld all of those together. So I had chronic sinus infections, and I wanted off the hamster wheel. I was on antibiotics 6 times a year, and for over 20 years. And I got bronchitis when I was 8 years old, and it never left me. So it just escalated with bronchitis and sinus infection. And if you've ever lived through that, you know that you are totally miserable. It's hard to function and do anything. And they're also very dangerous untreated, because it can go to your brain and cause serious issues. So I wrecked my gut. I got chronic yeast infections and chronic urinary infections and pneumonia several times. And I am a natural researcher and scientist at heart, and so I just wanted to cure myself. And I was taking acidophilus, which is a probiotic, culture-based probiotic, for my gut, and it seemed to help a little bit. And that was like, wow, I need to know more about probiotics. And we're talking 2008. So the only thing that people knew at that point in time was Activa yogurt, right, with Jamie Lee Curtis. And you could ask 10 people and not one would know what a probiotic is. And so we're a little more advanced today, thank goodness. And we still have a long way to go. And I created something that's totally out of the box for probiotics. So I really had to push that rock up the hill. And what I mean by that is that after years of research, I found out that there are 2 types of probiotics. One is a culture that you find in all the drinks and everything that you see with the kombucha and kefir and all the pills that you see lining the shelves. And quite frankly, the reason they have to have billions and billions and billions to give you is because they really, very few make it through the gut. They're just way too fragile. And the other kind of probiotics are spore probiotics, and spores are hardy warriors. They kick butt. They are just amazing creatures, and they actually have the ability to outcompete the bad bacteria in many different ways. So bacteria in any given environment will act a certain way. So let's say you're in a moist climate. You know that in a moist climate, you are going to have lots of bad bacteria because they love the moisture, and you get mold and black mold and all sorts, of lovely little things. So I did a little experiment. I'm going to digress for a minute, but with the product line that I created with the Spore probiotics, the cleaner, the surface cleaner, I had a very damp basement and I had a sectional down there. And I looked and I was like, oh boy, I have black mold on the back of this couch. And you don't go near a black mold and it can spread very quickly. So I took the cleaner and I just doused it. And then like 10 minutes later, I just kind of sprayed some of the diluted cleaner on it. And I came back a day later and it literally looked like little Pac-Men had been there and just started to eat away the black mold. And that's pretty cool. And the reason they're able to do that is because they can, as I said, they can outcompete the bad bacteria, but what they're outcompeting them for is from forming something that you know is the plaque on your teeth. And that plaque on your teeth literally attaches to the surfaces that you touch, your skin, up your nose, and it creates mycotoxins. So here's the thing. If you didn't have the stuff that creates the plaque in your teeth, which is called biofilm. No, I'm not playing right now. Biofilm is she only does this if I'm on the road or I'm on a podcast. Biofilm is responsible for 80% of all disease and infection. So I want everybody to absorb that statistic for a minute. That one word, which is similar to the plaque in your teeth, is responsible for 80% of all disease and infection. It is the cause of Epstein-Barr, Lyme disease, catheter infections, eczema, psoriasis, sinus infections, bronchitis, endocarditis, which is infection of the heart. I can go on and on. So there are a lot of things that encompass 80% of all disease and infection, right? So if I said, do you want that or don't you want that? I know what your answer would be. And so the Spore probiotic actually have the ability to outcompete the bad bacteria that are existing in this biofilm. Now, biofilm, just for a reference point, is slimy, gooey, and you can't see it, but you can feel it on a granite countertop. You can feel it on your teeth. You can feel it on a slimy rock. No, stop. Stop.
So in your dog's defense, every time I'm on the phone with Candy, my cat loses her mind. So we'll blame it on Candy.
Oh, okay. We'll blame it. All right, good. We'll blame it on Candy. And my dog's name is Jewel, by the way, and she's super cute, but not when she's doing this. So anyway, the biofilm is like if you had 1,000 sheets of plastic wrap and you threw water on that plastic wrap, would you penetrate it?
No.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So when we try to clean something and that biofilm's there, do you think we can clean it away?
I guess not.
No.
Yeah.
So I know it's really gross when you think about it, right?
Yeah.
Like, so like on your counters, on your cell phone right now is biofilm.
Oh God.
So, yeah. So, it is also on your skin, and your skin absorbs 80% of what it comes in contact with. And these little mycotoxins float around the air. And the other thing about this biofilm is it is not stationary. So what happens is all bacteria consume food, and then the biofilm is formed by the excretion of the bad bacteria, and it's basically sugars, exopolysaccharides, that are being excreted, and it forms this bonded, like 1,000 sheets of plastic wrap, and it acts as food for superbugs like MRSA, E. coli, Salmonella, staph. It also houses mold. So I talked about the black mold. It houses fungus, and it also houses viruses. Okay, so bacteria, as an example, E. coli, in a biofilm. In 24 hours, I'm going to scare you right now, you could stack it to the sun and back 100 trillion gazillion times in 24 hours. That's how fast it multiplies in a biofilm.
Oh my God.
It does not surprise me.
It doesn't. No, tell me why it doesn't surprise you.
Oh, just because I've been doing research on all of this as I've been helping him heal and learning why he's sick. And I've been on a healing journey myself for years, understanding all this stuff. I came across Biofilm probably 4 months ago, and I'm like, oh, what's that? So I did a deep dive.
In your research, you found it?
These types of things, as we're searching, these types of things fly by us. They come up as a commercial or as just a word that our intuitive selves see and hit, and we know when something is there for you to understand. And I understood that was there. That was my next learning journey, was the biofilm.
That's awesome. This is, well, there are no accidents, so we knew this was meant to be today, right?
A quick side note, Heather doesn't know what Kid has been going through.
No, I do not at all.
Okay.
Do you mind telling me?
Yeah, go ahead.
So since July of last year, I've been dealing with HIV. So I was diagnosed with HIV in 2014, and I was on the medicine for a while, but then we were doing some healing stuff and getting on the herbs, and I was able to get off the medicine for 2.5 years. And then July of last year is when we went to Las Vegas, and then everything just went downhill. My HIV started up again. I got Kaposi sarcoma, so now I'm dealing with cancer, and it got throughout every organ, every cell within my body, and it's affecting my lungs. So right now I have oxygen right next to me in case I need it. I've been on the oxygen for 24/7 for what?
7 months.
About almost 7 months now, nonstop. And we just got on to the Gerson diet, and now I'm starting to heal, and this is what, my 4th or 5th day that I was able to finally get off the oxygen.
Wonderful. Well, I'm sorry you're going through all of that.
Oh no, this is just
That's
another
a lot
weapon
to
in my
go through.
arsenal to be able to help those that are going through the same thing. When I beat this, I'll know how to help other people beat theirs.
Exactly. Well, so I have had a lot of clients, customers that have had, well, let's just say 70 to 80% of my client base has some sort of autoimmune disease. So they found us too. And I have had several people tell me, including a gentleman whose wife was waiting for a liver transplant, that using the probiotics in their environment, they felt that their bodies were not fighting their environment any longer, and therefore their bodies were able to start healing themselves more efficiently, or take on the chemo more efficiently and move through that and to the other side. And I would never ever say that we cure, heal anything. If it just stands to reason that, considering we're barraged with 250 pounds annually of environmental toxins, and included in that are the superbug bacteria and molds and funguses and viruses and everything else that we are attacked with, and everything else that has been done to us. So really, we need a defense system, and I call it creating your home biodome of defense. And there are 4 entry points that I've identified that germs and viruses can attack you or cause harm to you. And that would be the surfaces you touch, the air that you breathe, your skin, and your mouth. And so therefore, the product line has been created so that you can clean your fruits and vegetables properly. You can get it into your wash for any contaminants that you come in with your clothes. The surface cleaner makes 9 gallons. It's $16.95. You always get live probiotics. You mix it up fresh every week, and it truly cleans floors, walls, bathrooms, sinks.
Wow.
Everything you can possibly think of. One cleaner, so it replaces like 13 different products that you might have under your sink. So it's very economical to use, and it's truly cleaning for you to the microscopic level and eliminating that biofilm and preventing it from returning. So it truly changes your entire biome of the environment that you're living in. The mouthwash is, as Diane talked about, it truly takes plaque off the teeth and rebalances your mouth bacterially. But the other cool thing about it is you can put it into a diffuser, you can put it into a nebulizer, and actually I think that would be really good for you, is to get it in a nebulizer, because you're going to get it back into your sinus cavity. And the thing about the probiotics, they don't stay stationary, they move around. So it's really beneficial for you to do something like that.
That's awesome.
You can actually soak Invisalign, mouth guards, retainers, dentures in the mouthwash as well. So it's very gentle for that. There's body wash, and you held that up, Diane. That body wash, and she can tell you as an esthetician, it feels well, that's the skin spray, but it feels amazing. Okay, that's okay. It feels amazing on your body, because it rinses so clean, but it cleans your private parts really nicely. I'll just tell you
And
that.
doesn't sting. Just saying.
And you can use it as a shampoo as well. But I keep it at every single sink in my house. I live, eat, and breathe my products. Seriously, like I am never without them. I travel with them. They're with me. But with that being said, I'm not the crazy germ lady. Like I'm not the girl in the bubble. I literally, just trust, and I know what they do for me, and I don't worry about the other stuff. There is that skin spray is cool because it's for cuts, burns, rashes, eczema, psoriasis, but it also can be used as a deodorant. And I know that there's a big push to get away from the aluminum, thank goodness, but it really does work really well. And plus you're reestablishing the biome there also. So it's a great product for that reason as well.
I'm pretty impressed with that. And I found one of those, those bottles that you send, those big spray bottles. They're like under pressure or something. I had an extra one of those, so I put the skin spray in that. And so,
Awesome.
I kind of do the whole thing, I get everything done.
I haven't used,
I mean, amen.
I haven't used deodorant in like
thing.
4 months now.
Oh, well, for women, we can spray it in our underwear, and it's pH neutral. Everything we have is pH neutral, so it's a nice thing to do there too, especially if you're prone to yeast infections or urinary tract infections. It's a godsend.
That's awesome.
And then allergy asthma sinus spray, which got me off of all of my antibiotics. it retrained my immune system. And that's the other thing that these will do, is they actually will start retraining your immune system. I'm a firm believer in shocking the immune system. And that means not taking the same supplement every single day, not doing that routine, because your immune system gets so lazy. So I try to encourage people to wake it up and shake it up. And so by spraying the probiotics, that doesn't apply as really to them, from the standpoint that they'll never multiply more than plus or minus 10%, meaning that they'll never overrun anything. They'll never allow your immune system to be lazy. They'll just keep it at optimum efficiency. So we have pet products as well that are fabulous for people that have pets. Everything that we've done has been based off of all of our research in livestock. So for 14 years now, we've been working with livestock. When we came in to clean their barns, they were wearing hazmat suits with respirators. And I don't know about you, but I'm thinking that probably isn't really good for the animals either, if they have to use something to clean the barns with hazmat suits and a respirator. But we went in, no gloves, nothing, and just sprayed it on, the barn, and then hose it off. And then we measure with something called an ATP meter, which stands for adenosine triphosphate. And Candy, if you've done any research, then you know how important ATP is to our cells, because it is the life force, it's the energy within our cells. And that includes plants and animals. All of them operate through ATP. And so this meter has been used for 30 years in hospitals and USDA food processing plants to measure the level of cleanliness as it relates to biofilm. So it tells you if the presence of biofilm is there and how badly it is. And so I have a friend, they're using it it's a biological dentist. And a couple weeks ago, she's had my meter for a while, and she went in and swabbed the room where they were using the probiotics and the other room where ozone was used. And that was filthy. And our room was almost sterile.
Wow. That's amazing.
Just by clean. So it's mind boggling to think about that, because to have something that doesn't kill anything, because we've been trained and brainwashed by Clorox and all of those Lysol and all of those companies. You must kill bacteria, you must kill it. But that's the worst thing we can possibly do to bacteria, because it just turns on us. So we have to play nicely in the sandbox and use nature to work with nature. And that's what our products do. So they all remove biofilm, they all prevent it, but what they're really doing is they're speaking to each other, and they're alerting the bad bacteria that there's a new sheriff in town, and they talk just like we talk. So
That is
it's kind of
awesome.
cool to think about that.
So would you say that your
Yeah.
product, the
So-
probiotics, help to retrain the body to go back to its original blueprint?
I think in many ways it does. I believe these products are 5D. I always say this, I'm a smart person, but why did this come to me? I mean, it's not, I believe this technology has existed before, and I think it's ever important right now as we transcend. I believe that they're here for a very good reason right now, because we cannot transcend to 5D with our bodies impure. Let's put it that way. So this is a very crucial time, and a lot of people are experiencing illness right now as kind of a tower moment, and it's tower moments to face a lot of the things that we haven't wanted to face necessarily. It also is to help us learn more lessons and different things in the way that we think up here and feel in here. So I, as hard as it is that you are going through this right now, there are blessings in it. And I'm sure you know that, and I'm sure you're going to figure out what they are, and I know you will. And you're going to come through this with flying colors. I have no doubt about it. I just see it on you. Yeah, I totally see it on you. So let's progress, because for a long time I've been wanting to do a digestive product, because we have been the external probiotic people creating your home biodome. And so I had a digestive product slated, but then an opportunity came, unfortunately, with the jab that people took, vaccine that people took. They are now knowing that there are blood issues, blood clots, cholesterol issues, many different issues are popping up from the spike protein in the vaccine. And so, being who I am and wanting to help people so much, I said, I've got to do something about this. So I started researching, and I came up, first of all, with the new digestive water additive. So I can't take pills. So I like to develop things that I know I can take, because if I can take it, everybody can take it. So there are 15 packets in here. This is a 30-day supply. And you simply open it up and pour it into 6 to 8 ounces of water. And it has a light spearmint taste. And if you don't like that, just add more water. And it actually tastes really good to me. But when it goes into the gut, when the Spore probiotics, when our Spore probiotics go into the gut, I'm going to read to you what they do, and this is through tons of studies. So it can act like a natural antibiotic when needed and go dormant when you do not need it. Pretty cool, right? It helps to fight viruses, and it actually, the Spore probiotic can do something called CRISPR, and now we know it as something bad that they've done in a lab, but naturally, the Spore probiotic can clip parts of your genes and repurpose them to help you, which is kind of cool too. Assists in fortifying your immune system, removes biofilm, helps to balance your microbiome, and aids digestion and upset stomachs. But it is also shown to be really influential in helping diseases such as Lyme disease, IBS, SIBO, leaky gut, and Crohn's disease. So,
Wow.
what?
The Spore probiotic, is that taken from mushrooms?
No, from the soil.
From the soil?
This comes from the soil.
Okay. All right.
Yep. This is what the horses roll around in. That feels really good, and they try to get it all over their body. So that's what's in here. That's a good question, by the way, because we've gotten it before. And so to be clear, these are from the soil, and they're not from mushrooms, which actually would be fungal spores, not bacterial spores.
Okay.
So
Well, that's good to know, because I'm allergic to
the
mushrooms.
Oh, good. Yeah, you know what? A lot of people are. But understand that everything begins with bacteria and ends with bacteria, no matter what it is, whether it's mold, fungal, viral, whatever. And that's why I said, we've identified these things as mold, fungus, and so forth, but there is a lot of discussion between terrain theory and germ theory. And I kind of meld both of them for people because we've been trained to think in terms of germs, but really it's thinking in terms of how the bacteria act in that environment and how we treat the bacteria in that environment that causes them to turn on us and cause the germs. So it's a different way of thinking, and that's a whole other subject and a whole other show. But this is what I paired with the digestive additive, and this is a fibrinolytic enzyme. And I told you that I worked with arteries and veins before, and one of the very common things that they do when there's thrombosis in an artery is they will drip a lytic into it, most commonly urokinase, to try to create a pathway in there. Same with fibrin, which is plaque. And it is horrible for the patient. And in these studies of this fibrinolytic enzyme and blood clot dissolver, which this is, it showed that this product actually worked faster and better than the urokinase that is used in the hospitals.
Interesting.
So the whole purpose of this is to thin your blood, but there's an NIH study, there's been several studies actually, that show that this dissolves clots in 5 to 6 hours naturally. And it also, what just happened in my video? Sorry. It dissolves clots in 5 to 6 hours. Whoa, what? And it also eliminates, it breaks up the spike protein and knocks it out.
Wow.
So that's really important.
I have a quick question about that product.
Yeah.
So in the arteries, does it also address the calcium buildup that they try and tell us is the
Yes.
problem? They try and say the calcium buildup is fat in your arteries, but it's more likely calcium and then fat's getting stuck on it. That's why they want to put everybody on beta blockers. Am I on the right thought process?
You're on the right track.
Okay.
Yep. So plaque forms in both arteries and veins, and clots form in both arteries and veins. And so that's why you get deep vein thrombosis. You get clots that go to your brain. You get clots in your heart. You get clots all over in your legs. You get them all over the body. It has to do with your blood, and the calcification occurs because of the liver plays a huge part in this.
Right.
So, right? So this actually works with the liver as well. And there are studies that show that it actually breaks up that calcium and that plaque, the fibrin, that would go to the brain and cause Alzheimer's.
Mm-hmm.
So this is, what's that?
Would that help with like fatty liver as well, kind of on the outset?
I'd have to research that a little bit more.
Okay.
I think there may be other products that are better for fatty liver.
Okay.
This one is really focused on the blood and the viscosity of the blood and the health of the blood.
So what is deep vein thrombosis? Just
deep vein thrombosis is basically clots in your veins.
okay.
And they are very dangerous because they can go boom to your heart and boom to your brain. So they form and they move. So you have to be very, very careful with that. And this product, because it's thinning the blood, and it happens because your blood is too thick, you're clotting. Anytime there are clots like that, it means that your blood's too thick.
Does that
So,
mean it's not getting enough oxygen, or
and not enough oxygen. So, this increases the oxygen to your blood as well, because when your blood is operating optimally and moving through your body, you have an increase in oxygen output as well. Now, think about this from the perspective of you're starting with your microcapillary systems. So your microcapillary systems run throughout your entire body into your brain, okay? So this product affects your microcapillary system as well. And the reason that's important is because you're in diabetic patients, people, as well as obese people. They have a very hard time perfusing their microcapillary beds. So,
Real quick question. How about
Yeah.
those with low hemoglobin? Does it help with that?
I'll have to find that out for you. I think in your case, goji berries would be very, very good for you.
Goji berries?
Oh, I love those.
Never heard of goji berries.
Didn't I just buy a goji berry vine?
I don't know.
I'll
It
have
kind of
to
sounds
look.
like a
They're
Gucci berry.
delicious.
Gucci.
Like little dried berries.
Yeah,
and
goji
everything.
goji berries are very good for your blood yin, which will go to your hemoglobin.
Okay.
Okay?
That's good to know.
So, but I do believe that this product will help that, just from the fact that when they did the studies and the effects on the blood cells themselves was amazing. So, there's a young girl, unfortunately, her name is Danielle, and she was 2 weeks from dying. I mean, she's got diabetes, all sorts of stuff. And they were even doing like a Kickstarter campaign to help get her stem cell. And her blood was a mess. And when I say a mess. And her mother sent me pictures from April to June 1st. And she's been on this product, and the Digestive product. And it's night and day. So I have every reason to believe that it will only help you and not hurt you, kid. The other things that this does, aside from eating the plaque up and deep brain thrombosis and eliminating blood clots, it does increase blood flow and circulation, which in turn is more oxygen to everything. It helps improve heart function, but it also helps reduce high blood pressure, helps control cholesterol, and it helps treat Alzheimer's. And I didn't make any of this stuff up. It's all in studies, and you can find them and look at them. We have a few on our website. I didn't want to bombard people at first, but the research is definitely there if you want to look at it. So the reason I paired these two together is because the catalyst to create the enzyme in this blood product is Bacillus subtilis, which is a spore probiotic. It also has high levels of K2 in it, and K2 and D3 together are a fabulous pair because you know about that, right? Should I tell the audience why that's such a fabulous pair?
Yeah, do
So
tell.
D3 actually helps to carry calcium from your gut throughout your body, and the K2 helps to carry it to your bones. So they're a great pair. They're in the digestive additive. When you open it, you pour it in water, you get live probiotics, and one of those probiotics is Bacillus subtilis, the same one that is the enzyme for here. So I call it a marriage made in health and bonded by probiotics because it really is an excellent combination, and quite frankly, the blood product is great and it's going to do wonderful things, but getting your gut right at the same time and balanced is only going to enhance that. So that's why they're paired together.
I have a question about
Uh-huh.
the gut one. You know, my mom is super duper sensitive to everything. So I made this up, and I think I put it in 8 ounces. And you know, it said take it 3 days and then a few days off. And she said that it upset her stomach, but it didn't upset mine, and it didn't upset my dad's.
Well, it actually says 3 times a week.
Right,
So I would recommend like spacing it out.
a little bit
And
further
that,
for her.
because, yeah. And is she a little older?
Kinda, yeah. She's 84.
Okay. Okay. So I would say for people that are up in years, you try twice a week to start, and see how you do, but don't take it back to back.
Okay,
It
yeah,
might
because
just be too much.
so it stays alive in the jar that you mix it in for 3 days, but
Mm-hmm.
so you need to use it within the 3 days, right?
Yeah, but I mean, ideally, I want people taking a glass and putting some water in it, opening up the packet and drinking it then. I mean, that's really the most ideal way to use it. If people want to put it in a water bottle, you're gonna have to make sure it's a water bottle that doesn't leach.
Plastic.
Mhm.
I'm not
But
a
if
fan
you
of
have
plastic
one of the
bottles.
None of us are really.
uh,
But sometimes we got to use it for some of our drinks sometimes, so it's okay.
I know, I know. Um, but I would say if you have like one of the stainless steel water bottles, and if you want to not drink it all at one time.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Well, I'll shut up now. So let's see if you have any questions. I'm sure you have things swirling through your minds, and
I did have something, but for some reason. I can't think of it. My mind's Oh, interesting.
well, while you're thinking about that, um, so you haven't really known about this before. So what's swirling through your brain? I mean, what do you?
Well, the only thing is since I'm on this Gerson diet, I want to be as straight on it as much as possible. So I'm kind of like wondering, what is this good for people like me that's on these type of diets?
Um, let's put it this way. I don't see how it could interfere with your diet. I think what it could do is help you absorb the nutrients and things that you're taking. I think because when, for instance, in livestock, one of the things that we noticed when because we add this to their drinking lines and stuff, a similar thing, and their feed conversion is so much better. I mean, they gestate better, more rapidly. The cows get frisky. I mean, it's I think it could only benefit you.
And can you take this stuff with food, or do you suggest that we take it on an empty stomach?
You can take it with food, sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And
If I were you, I might start out with one packet the first week, see how you feel, and then you can up it.
And would he make that packet last a couple of days or one a day?
No, I would have him take the one packet and let it get in his body and let the body start acclimating to it. And then the next week take 2.
Oh, wow.
Next week after that take 3.
do you
For the blood product,
oh, Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Do you sip on it throughout the day, or can you take it all at once?
Oh, you can sip on it throughout the day, sure.
Okay.
That may be a good way for you to do that. No, stop. Stop. The blood product, if you are on a blood thinner or you are on high blood pressure medication, I have a protocol that I do with you, and that is the first week you take your prescribed medication for 3 days. You do this for 2 days, and then you do that for 2 days. The next week you switch it. You do this for 3 days, your prescribed medication for 2 days, and then this for 2 days. And by the third week, you can take this only, or you can switch it up where you add more days into this and still take your prescription once a week. And you could keep doing that for a little bit. This is all up to you. I know that this works better than those things, but again, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not going to tell you how you feel. So it has to be something intuitive to you as far as how you want to wean yourself off of your medication, and if you want to wean yourself off totally. So
Awesome.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I can't be on blood thinners right now because the Kaposi sarcoma in my stomach and my digestive tract are still kind of bleeding a little bit. So that's why my hemoglobin's so low. So that's why I was
when you
wondering
said
about
low hemoglobin, I was like, no, I don't mess with something like that. But I think you eventually will be able to take that. But the probiotics are probably the most important thing for you right now,
Yeah.
and the right kind.
Right.
Yeah.
They're only going to help.
I
But
think-
I like the idea of you kind of drinking it throughout the day. I think that's a smart idea. Yeah.
And do you have any questions?
No. Mm-mm. Oh, it's all really self-explanatory.
Come here.
Well,
Do you? Oh, I do.
No.
Do you have a special for the High Vibe family?
I do. Okay. So, you get a 60-day supply with this. This is 45 to 90 days because a lot of people like to take it every day. I do it 3 times a week myself. It's not that I need it. I'm doing it because I don't want Alzheimer's, and I want to keep my cholesterol in check, and I want my blood healthy. So even if you're healthy, this is an important product for you. By the way, this is really important for athletes because even those that didn't take the vaccine, they are finding that with shedding, that their resting heart rate is high, and then when they go to work out, they're almost tachycardic,
Oh boy.
Wow.
and they
So-
can't get their heart rate down.
I have a quick question. For one of my friends, his buddy, they worked out all the time. They're these big muscle boys, and his buddy took the poison apple, right? And then all of a sudden he's got clotting issues, and now they want to put some device in his heart to stop the heart from getting clots. So for somebody that's gone on with, and perhaps somebody that's possibly gotten blood or something like that from someone else, would this be something that would be something they might be interested in at some particular juncture?
Yeah, I would say yes. I think it would be important for them, because most likely what's going to happen is they're going to put him on a blood thinner. They're going to
Yeah.
put him on a prescribed blood thinner.
Yeah, they've already got him on the blood thinner, and apparently
Okay.
he's still getting clots. He's in his 30s, and they want to put some device inside of him that will break up the blood clots.
And
I'm
he
like,
did or did not take it.
he took the poison apple, yes.
He did take it. Okay. Well, what's important for him is knocking out the spike protein, which this does.
Okay. They'll be seeing this video.
We have,
So
yeah. We have to get that spike. We have to get that spike protein destroyed. And the thing is, when they were inoculated, it bursts into, hundreds of them. So this product has to get in there and like
Circulate.
Clean house.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what
John
were you
Wick.
Oh, to go back to
John Wick. Oh my gosh, I love those movies.
to go back to Kendi's
Keanu
question.
Reeves, if you're listening, I love you.
Never mind.
So quiet. But who?
Go ahead, if you had a question.
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Did you think of what you forgot before?
Did you want to go back to the special?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what
Oh
I was
yeah,
trying
let's
to
go
get
back
back.
to the special. We never even finished it up. So you get a 60-day supply of the digestive additive and 45 to 90-day supply of the blood clot dissolver. That kit is normally $142.99, I think, and we give you a special $18 off for people. So you'll have a special code. You can tell me what code you want so people know it right now. Do you know what code you want for that?
What do we want? HVU healthy, HVU love,
HVU 23.
HVU 23 would be good. Let's do HVU 23.
Okay.
That would be
Sounds good.
Okay. So all capitals, HVU. That's important when you put it in. And then the probiotics, you'll have a link to the probiotics and a code for that. We'll do the same code for that because you actually have to go to another website. Probiotics. So
Different companies.
we'll put that link and I'll set you up with an affiliate link that people can click on.
There we
Okay,
go.
awesome.
So I just put the
And
code
then-
up there, HVU 23.
Nice.
Why don't you two?
Did you put it up?
What we just put it in the chat.
No, I didn't put it in chat. Well,
Oh, okay.
it's in the chat, but it's also up on top of the video,
Yeah,
so
if
you'll
you-
see it on YouTube.
If you look at your
Oh, good.
phone, the video playing on your phone, then you'll see the code.
Oh, right now?
Yeah, on our YouTube channel. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
So
kids
the
are very handy that way.
He's magical.
so we're gonna make it super easy for you. So the website will be there for the blood and gut health kit and the code. It's the same code on that site as it's going to be on the P2 Probiotic Power site. It'll be
Okay.
the
Stuff
same
for
code.
stuff for your home and your skin and all of that good
Yeah,
stuff.
yep. So we'll give you 10% off on that.
Okay.
So I will add all of that to the description of all these videos when I get the website and the discount codes and everything like that. So I'll be able to do that a little bit later. So if you guys are watching this now, come back a little bit later. I'll have it updated for you guys to be able to, see it all.
Sorry we were so late. Technical difficulties.
That's right. Hey, Heather, can Kid and I be in touch with you to get all the deets about this? And
Absolutely.
okay, all right.
Yes, absolutely. I encourage it, and so does Jewel.
Awesome.
Are we,
Needs to
Are
go
we-
out, and I know that's what you guys. Stop yelling at me.
are we ready to wrap it up?
Enough.
Why don't you hang with us after we wrap this up, and we'll exchange information. Good
That sounds
doggy.
good.
Good doggy.
I'm so sorry. She really needs to go out.
I think it's about time that we do wrap it up because my lungs are starting to.
So angry at me
Yeah.
right now.
Really?
She's yelling at
Yeah,
me.
let's do it.
Stop it.
Okay, let's
Okay,
wrap
we're gonna
up.
wrap it up. Thank you,
And
Heather.
you know what? At home I could just shut the door and lock her out, but I'm in my camper and I can't, there's nowhere to go. So sorry, but it was a pleasure being on. Stop. It was a pleasure being on with you tonight, and I really appreciate it. And
Of course.
sorry, my dog's so loud right
Oh,
now.
it's all good.
But please please contact with me and stay in touch with me because I have some other ideas for you because being in the health field, I gather information and I try to share as much as possible, and I'll throw it out there. And you, again, what is resonating with you is important. So
Okay,
yeah.
would you stay on with us as we close, and then we'll
I
exchange
will.
information? Awesome.
All right, family. Thank you so
Yes.
much for being here. It is an honor to be able to host another one
Thank
of these
you,
shows
everybody.
again. It's been a very long time since we've been able to, come upstairs and get onto the computer and spend time with you guys. And it's just amazing with how many family members showed up today. So bless you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And it's been an honor to have you with us, Heather. Diane, it's been an
Namaste.
honor. Thank you
Thank you
so
very
much. We love you guys, and we will see you guys
Love you
very
too.
soon.
Thank you so much. Bye.
All right, we're good.
Okay.
You're probably not going to want to hear this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Always go with the choice that scares you the most. Because it's the choice that's going to help you grow.
Wow.
I can't do negative today. Positive vibes, positive vibes.
Hey, best friend. Wait. To the person seeing this, I know you're tired. I know you're fed up and so close to breaking. But remember, you have strength within you even when you feel weak. Keep fighting, best friend.